today I wanted to do another look with the Mega Pro palette by LORAC. I am going out, we're going to like a potluck with my husband's, the big boss, and his wife and some of the co-workers, since my husband did get promoted. So I'm so glad he got a promotion at work, and so we're meeting all of his co-workers, and it's kind of like a little potluck, so I actually have to get downstairs and bake something. So anyways, I wanted to do a quick video of the look that I'm wearing today. It's using some of the kind of like burgundy and the maroon shade from the palette with a couple of the warmer tones, camel and sepia from the top row to blend out, and just some really warm tones in the crease. Then I paired it up with a kind of brownie nude lip. So the look is not too smoky and too dramatic where it's not appropriate for daytime. It's really, really soft and blended. Most of the color is really dark around the lashes, which you want anyways. And then everything is just really soft and blended everywhere else. So I hope that you enjoy the video. If you want to see how to do it, then stay tuned and I'll show you exactly how to do it. Okay, so before we start, I have already applied my Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer from LORAC Cosmetics to prevent any creasing. I do have oily lids, and that's a step that I have to do, so that's already on my lids. I'm going to start with my brow highlight, and I'm going to take a angled brush, one that is synthetic, just because that's what I am choosing to use. It's not necessary for it to be synthetic, just your favorite highlighting brush. And I'm going to go in with the color Creme, which looks like this, and I'm going to apply that under the highest point of my brow, and I'm also going to kind of bring it just under this part here, but then just kind of focusing on this, the highest point. And it's a really nice highlight shade for really light skin tones. If you're a little bit darker, then try the fawn shade, which is the next one over. Then I'm switching to a shadow brush. This is also another synthetic one. I'm going to apply the maroon color, which looks like this. It's like a brown with a touch of maroon in it. It's really, really pretty. And it's got a good amount of shimmer to it. So I'm going to just load up my brush and tap off the excess, because when you use darker colors, you will have some fallout. And I'm going to apply that to my lid area. And I'm going to leave this inner part just slightly bare, because we're going to put another shadow on it, or in that area. And I'm going to just kind of stick below the crease, but with the brush I'm just going to kind of wedge it into the crease area and kind of follow the natural shape of my eye. And just kind of load up that brush. And if it's messy, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal, because we'll soften it. Then you want to take a really small crease brush. The one I'm going to use is the S12 by Morphe brushes. It's a really, really soft brush for softening out the edges of your work. And as you can see, just how quickly it really softens that color out. Then to add some more depth to this crease, I'm going to take the Morphe S12 brush, which is a deluxe fluff brush, I believe it's what it's called. I have it listed below. And we're going to go in with the color Sepia, which is this one right here. It's a matte sort of tan shade with a touch of like a kind of like a golden color almost. And it's just really, as you can see, going to really warm up this look. And I'm just going to kind of go right over the edge of that maroon. And I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm also going to pull it up just a little bit to kind of meet up with my highlight, just a touch. I'm just going to soften this out as well. And that's why I really love these Morphe brushes, because it puts the color down, but it also helps blend out any harsh lines that you may have. And the whole point of this is to have really blended. So you're going to have to blend for a while just to kind of have a more seamless look. Then if you want, you could take, what I did was I went with the same brush, the S21, and used the color Fawn, which is a little bit more of like a yellow buttercream, and I went over the edges of that color just to soften that and blend that into the cream shade that I used as my highlight. So there aren't any sort of lines visible. And then of course you're going to have to go back in and touch up the lid color. After a lot of blending, it will kind of, you'll see some of it got a little bit lighter. Okay, so now moving on to the lower lashes, I'm going to take a small sort of angled brush like this one here, and I'm going to go in with that maroon. And again, I'm going to place that on the lower lashes, and it doesn't have to be extremely precise because we're going to go over it with another color. So just add that as close to the lashes as you can and as thick as you prefer. And I'm going in pretty much to where the color part of my eye starts. Next, I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to wipe it off really well. And my eye's watering. It always does. Wipe it off really, really well. And you don't need to use another brush. I'm going to go in with the color Opal, which looks like this. And this is a goldeny color. It's like an ivory, but with a golden tone. It is shimmery. I'm going to apply that into the inner corner of the eye area, connecting it into that maroon from the lower lashes. And again, turn the brush over and kind of come into that inner part that we left somewhat blank and bare earlier. And I really love, like, this opal is perfect with these colors because it's a nice kind of golden shade. Really, really beautiful. Next, with that same brush, I'm going to go in with the color Merlot, which is this color right here. It's a beautiful wine shade, and that's going to be our pop of color on the lower lashes. So basically go over the maroon and add some more definition into the lower lashes with that Merlot color. And I really love how this Merlot pops with brown eyes, and you can soften it if you want with your fingers, with the brush. I like using the Makeup Geek Soft Dome brush. It looks like this. Is very densely packed, but it's really, really soft, and it's also very tapered. I like to take that and kind of look up a little bit and go right underneath there. Just don't poke yourself in the eye, because I've done that too many times. And just kind of soften out the edges, and as you can see, it just softens it a little bit. I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go with the color Camel and Sepia, which look like this. This is Camel. It's like a mustardy kind of tan, and then Sepia. And I'm going to apply those two colors mixed together, just lightly right in this outer part of the eye. And I'm going to kind of connect it down a little bit as well. You can see it's starting to kind of buff out some of those harsher lines if you had any. So for the liner part, I'm going to go in with an angled liner brush like this one with the espresso color, which is the dark brown. It's the last color in the first row. And I'm just going to apply that really close to my lashes. It doesn't matter how thin or thick. Just remember, if you do it really thick, you're going to cover up some of that Merlot. Or, sorry, some of that maroon that we used. So just kind of stick really close to the lashes, just to kind of define them. Then I'm going to take some of my Kat Von D liquid liner. This is the Trooper one. It's black. I'm going to stick very, very close to my lash line. I don't want any sort of thick liner that, let's just say, a thick visible line. So just go really thin close to the root of your lash, just to kind of define them a little bit. Just to kind of create more smokiness. I want to soften that line before the liner dries, because that does stay on a long time. I'm going to take the matte black, which is the last color in the second row. Any matte black would work. I'm just going to be using the one in this palette, and I'm going to go over that liner. And this is a great way to soften the look of a liquid liner, because liquid liner can be quite dramatic, and not everybody wants something like that, but they want that really dark, sultry smokiness around the eye, but they don't want it so stark with, you know, as the look of liner, liquid liner can give you. So just kind of soften that a little bit, and as you can see, it makes it just a touch more wearable and just more like everyday type of colors. I'm going to go in with my Tarte Inner Rim liner. And I'm just going to apply that on my lower waterline just lightly. I think when you do a nude pencil too heavy, I think it comes off really fake. So just do it really, really lightly. If you get any on like your lashes, you can just kind of take it off and just kind of soften it with your finger. And I think that this really helps open up the eye when you wear such dark colors. And then for some more tight lining, I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown longer eyeliner pencil. This is just a black one. I'm just going to kind of pull up on my lid a little bit and kind of run that right in this upper waterline very quickly. And that will just kind of fill in any little gaps that you have, because I certainly have those in my lashes. So then for mascara, I want something that is really dark, rich, and gives me a lot of lash. So I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown Smokey Eye mascara and then Lash Discovery on my bottom. And then I'll be back to show you how to complete the rest of the face. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, we just have to do a few finishing touches. I already have my face products on. It's my CC Cream by Supergoop with my LORAC Balance-n-Brighten over that. I have a little bit of bronzer on from earlier because I did go out to run some errands. Everything I used will be listed in the bottom bar, so expand that. For blush, you're probably sick of hearing me talk about this Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Expose. But you know what? It is the perfect color. It goes with so many of the looks that I have been wearing lately over the last couple months. I think this is like a must-have in your collection. Everybody needs to have this color. I love it. Can you tell? Can you tell? Oh gosh. I'm going to use a blush brush. This is from Studio Gear and it says number 13. And I think that they still may have a website. They used to sell this brand at Ulta years ago, and so I've had this brush for a very long time. But just any sort of like soft blush brush. And of course, the lighting is just crazy today. The sun is really intense. So I'm just going to add that to the apples of my cheek and kind of blend that in just softly. For my lips, I want to go in with a lip liner. I'm going to use the Peekaboo Neutral from NYX. And this is just, I will swatch it. It's just a soft kind of pinky color. And I'm back. I'm sorry, just bear with me. The light is crazy. I normally film earlier in like late morning. And it's almost 2 o'clock, so it's pretty intense right now. It's just so pretty. Like I could just like stop right here and just be done with it. But I'm not. I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Melted, the liquefied longwear lipstick. This is in the Melted Nude. It came in a little set from their holiday stuff, which I may have time to do the review for today. But I'm going to just add a little bit of that. I'm just going to blend that into the liner. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to go in with a little bit of my LORAC Lip Lustre Cream in Tiara, which is a nude, but it's like a goldeny nude. Then we just apply some of this right over that. It's got a little brown in it too. And that is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love the neutral lip with a touch of brown in it. That rosy tan on the cheeks goes really well with those kind of warm, kind of maroon and burgundy shades we use on the eyes. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Be on the lookout for more tutorials using the Mega Pro palettes. I have a review already up, so I will link to it below if you haven't seen it. I also have pictures and swatches on my blog. Link will be below as well for that if you're interested in seeing that. New post on my blog is every Wednesday, and then I post videos here on YouTube every Monday and Friday. So if you like the video, please thumbs up it, leave a comment if you have one, any recommendations for products. It would be greatly appreciated. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.